A vigil this afternoon on Fountain Square honored the 3 innocent victims who lost their lives yesterday morning. As
Angenette Levy tells us live, their loved ones are still in shock over what happened. Angenette.
Yeah, Cammie, it's just absolutely horrible. That vigil just wrapped up just a short time ago. 2 of the men who were killed worked with Fifth Third Bank. A third man was a construction worker. Pruthvi Raj Kandepi was just 25 years old. He had moved to the United States from India for work. He had been with Fifth Third for about 3 years. Before that, he had worked on his master's degree in California. Luis Felipe Calderon was 48. We don't yet have his photograph, but I'm told that he had worked at Fifth Third in management for about a year. And Richard Newcomer was 64 years old. He lived in Union Township with his family. Mayor CRANLEY spoke to his wife earlier today.
She told me that her husband was a construction worker at Turner and I think Gilbane over 30 years, and that he built this city. That the buildings that we live in and work in, he helped construct. He loved the city, he loved the Bengals.
Our thoughts and prayers are with the victims, their family, their friends, and their co-workers. Let me express our heartfelt appreciation for the heroic response. I want to especially thank and recognize all the first responders, the Cincinnati Police, the Fire Department, the medics, the SWAT teams, and the many others that came to the rescue.
Now, a man named Brian Sarver was also wounded yesterday. He's recovering at UC Medical Center tonight. He works at CBRE. They contract with Fifth Third, and that's why Sarver was here yesterday. A company spokesperson told me that he underwent emergency surgery, and of course their thoughts and prayers are with Sarver and his family. And Rick Newcomer, who we mentioned earlier, he was a construction worker that we told you about. He was a contractor for Sarver's company, so that's why he was also here yesterday doing some work that he was assigned. And finally, Whitney Austin, she was shot. She's a woman who works at Fifth Third, and she is also recovering at the hospital. Very grateful to the police officers who helped her yesterday, and her husband says she is in good spirits, so it's all very good news. I mentioned earlier that that vigil wrapped up just a short time ago, and it's kind of a great community feeling down here. You have groups of people still standing here talking with one another. You can really tell that people are kind of leaning on each other during this time, so it's really interesting to see how people come together in a tragedy, during a tragedy like this. Robin, Cammie, back to you.
Good point there. Thank you, Angenette. Now here are the police officers whose brave and decisive actions prevented further loss of life. Officer Jennifer Chilton joined the police department in 2008. Officer Antonio Etter, who joined in 2002, was one of the first on the scene because he was working in off-duty construction detail. Officer Eric Kaminsky joined the department in 1997. And police specialist Gregory Toyez is a 28-year veteran assigned to the SWAT unit. Hundreds of other officers secured the scene around the Fifth Third Center and Fountain Square.